Buenos Aires, en Buenos Aires, Gringos, en Buenos Aires. Lights on the street, the rhythm is jumping, Gringos in town and everybody is humping. From the north to the south, we're making some noise, showing the world we got the soul and the poise. Gringos, en Buenos Aires.
Welcome to another dose of the Gringos in Buenos Aires podcast. I'm your host, Paul Perry, and today's guest is a former fine arts professor. He's originally from Chicago and has been here over the rainbow since 2019, making a name for himself as an artist and a human rights activist. Let's give a warm Gringo welcome to Brian. Hey, man. Thank you for joining me today.
No, thank you. Glad to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks, man.
All right. Okay, good. First off, what brought you to BA? And ¿qué haces acá, loco? What are you doing here?
No, I came here in 2007. I'm an artist, and I was invited to participate in an international show that was being held in Recoleta at the Centro Cultural de Recoleta. And it was a big it was a hemispheric show put on by New York University, and I was really fortunate to be invited to participate, of course. But I came here in 2007 with a big installation piece. And fell in love immediately. I was just here for a week and a half for this exhibition, but yeah.
What'd you fall in love with?
I've thought about that many times. It's I just felt like I resonated with the place. It was almost like I'd been here before. On the one hand, I felt that way in Spain too, oddly enough, and I have no Spanish ancestry, no Latin American ancestry at all. But another thing is the people. The people here are just simpatico. They're
Friendly,
very friendly. And I'm from the Midwest, where people aren't friendly. I'm from Chicago, man. You don't talk to strangers. That's the first thing you learn when you learn English in Chicago is don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
But another thing too is this culture down here in the city too. It feels, this may sound strange, but it feels like a painting. It feels like I'm in a friggin' painting. But not a finished painting, a painting that's in progress.
Yeah.
So wherever you go, it's falling apart. Somebody's scraping something off. Somebody's putting something up, and there's colors and there's architecture and there's layers and layers of things. There's ages, different ages. So you've got these super historic buildings from the past slammed up against something all glass just built. It's like walking. I feel like I'm in a big painting.
Yeah,
in progress.
You see the city through the eyes of an artist.
Yeah, I guess so.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of art and culture anywhere you go here.
There is, and that's really intriguing too. I like that aspect quite a bit. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about being a fine arts professor. Where was that?
Originally, I got my master's in Dallas, Texas, at Southern Methodist University there, and so I taught in Dallas for a while, and number of years at different at SMU, but also at some community colleges. But then I chased a woman up to Wisconsin. Whoops. And I found work up there teaching in Wisconsin, which I hadn't planned on going back to, but the Midwest again, but I did. And it was good. I taught there at Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design and at several Wisconsin universities and colleges.
Yeah.
So loved it. I loved it. I missed, if I was going to say I missed something, I miss teaching art.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you teach art here?
No. My Castellano sucks. Muy mal. It's no es suficiente para enseñar.
Well, a lot of people speak English here, man.
They do, but you know how that goes. Is,
Sure.
you don't know it until you've tried your bumbling Spanish on them for about, a half an hour. And then they say right at the end of the conversation, yeah, it's really good to meet you.
Yeah, sure.
So they're shy, I guess, with using the English or whatever, just like I am with Castellano.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't work when you're trying to get a job. There's bilingual schools here, of course.
Sure.
But, that's another complication was getting a day and Eid.
Oh, DNI.
Because you have to do them on a tributo.
Do you have residency citizen?
I do finally. Yeah.
Oh, right, good.
Yeah, it took a while. I almost had it, but then I went back to the United States. I mean, it took a long time, and
to get residency.
Yeah, and then when I came back, the pandemic hit, and the government built offices were just
shut down.
Yeah, nothing was happening. Yeah.
What'd you do during the pandemic? Did you take advantage of that time to do a lot of art?
I did. There wasn't much else to do.
There wasn't much else to do.
It was unbelievable, wasn't it? It was like a ghost town. And I was living out in Burzaco, which, if your guests don't know, it's a suburb in the south of Buenos Aires here. Yeah. And it's
How'd you end up in Burzaco?
Well, my wife lives there.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
She wasn't my wife at the time, but I'd been with her before and came back to when I went back to the United States for about a year and a half. Some family things. I had to be with my kids for a while. They're young adult kids, I should say. Not like I leave little kids. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot my kids.
I forgot my kids home alone.
I better go home.
Yeah.
No, but I went back for a year and a half and then came back down here. She was there. She had a house there. And so we just lived there. But we moved about a year and a half ago to the city, which is much better. I like it much better, of course.
Yeah, there's never a dull moment in the city.
Yeah, and Burzaco was just too far out, so to go to anything downtown took an hour and a half. Or,
sure.
That commute was big.
Yeah. What kind of art do you do?
I'm now exclusively human rights art. Is just the category I put it in. So, and that was the reason I came down here to begin with. Was I had work that at that time what I brought in 2007 was a big installation called The Handwriting on the Wall. And it was about violence against women worldwide. Well, to do that piece and to come to Argentina with it, I wanted to know about violence against women in Argentina. So I started reading up on it. And immediately I was reading about the dictatorship, since half of these 30,000 victims, más o menos, were women.
Yeah.
So that was the big lead on violence against women, although there is another big issue with violence against women here. In 2007, when I came here, one of the things we did, and this was I should say this big exhibition was about human rights. So it was people from all over the hemisphere doing human rights work, something about, some aspect of human rights. I'd read about the dictatorship, like I said, but when I came here, a group of us were invited to go to what is now ex-ESMA, but was just ESMA then, former military college, naval college. But during the dictatorship, which was between 1976 and 1983, it was like the Dachau of Argentina. It was one of the biggest centers of detention, torture, and then the people were transferred, meaning transferred to their death. And so we went to this this space, and it's it's like you're in a big university or something, many buildings. But we went through the buildings with a historian who explained, this is what happened here, this is what happened in this room, this is where the people came in, here's a room where they were tortured, and that experience changed my whole life. I just felt like I have to do something about this. Add to it that the historian explained that the United States was complicit in this, state terrorism. And, Kissinger was the second Secretary of State then, and he's a monster, of course, the monster Kissinger. But he gave them the green light to go ahead and do what they were doing and just said, get it done faster. get it done before Congress changes and there's more doves in Congress. They don't like these statistics we're getting. And they were getting informed in the U.S. State Department regularly about who was getting killed, how many people. They knew exactly what was going on. So that, too, as an American citizen, U.S. citizen, just made me sick. I didn't know anything about it before. And but in ESMA, I vowed, this sounds crazy, but, I don't know if you've ever been there, but if you go to ESMA, you just feel the terror in the walls. It's just heavy.
Yeah.
Now it's a museum. Now it's a museum about a memory space, but it still feels the air is just heavy with the grief and the fear these people must have had in their last moments. Anyway,
Sure.
While I was there, I could visualize all this. The historians talking, and I'm just seeing it in my head.
Wow. It's pretty deep.
Yeah, it really is. But I promised them that I would make a memorial and I would return someday to Argentina somehow. I had no idea how, no idea what, but I'd come back and I'd come to ESMA with this memorial and exhibit it there. And that's how I got into that. And Argentina, and I did get back to ESMA 5 years later.
Now with social media and all the information travels so fast, there's just like so much information available.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of it is fake. You got to be careful.
No, you have to be careful, yeah.
You got to be careful what you believe, but it's sad. And especially when the direction this country's heading in right now.
Oh my God, yeah. So so part of my art deals with that too. I mean, the memorial I did, I called it Aparecidos. It was my idea of reversing desaparecidos, disappeared. And of course, I didn't speak Spanish. I didn't realize that it doesn't really make sense in that term.
Aparecidos.
Aparecidos is more like ghosts or spooks even.
Yeah, it's a verb. Aparecer is to appear. So it could.
And that was the idea.
Artistically, it works.
That was the idea, and it stuck. But I painted over the years. It's been 13 years. About 3,000 portraits of desaparecidos. Most of them from Argentina, many from Uruguay, some other Latin American countries, but then it branched off into more recent examples of people that were killed by state terrorism. Yeah. So I painted a lot of Iranians when the young women, a lot of women were getting killed there, and students, and then Palestinians as well, and also school children in the United States. I call that kind of passive state terrorism because the police are there, but they don't go in. Yeah. They don't stop them, And but here, well, there's a whole nother section about Palestine, but here I also am really active with on Wednesdays, as you know, there's marches, the retirees here, the jubilados, march in front of Congress every Wednesday. And,
they've been getting screwed for decades.
Yeah.
They've been getting screwed since the beginning of, since the modern era. They've been getting screwed.
Surely.
It's ridiculous what they get paid.
And then, periodically, like Macri tried to take part of their pensions away. And, and they're, with the escalation, of course, the inflation and everything here, they're just, a lot of them are just dropping off the edge.
Sure.
So.
I'm a monotributista. And, I every time when I do pay, I'm like, oh, my God, I'm paying. And, I don't know if I'm ever going to get anything.
No.
I'm not going to get enough to survive. That's for sure. So I might as well just.
So. I think Millet has deep sixed the country. Basically, it's going to take decades to repair what he's done, if it's possible.
If it's possible.
Yeah. Anyhow, so I have paintings that are based on what I experienced down there, which is police repression. I have portraits of the president. And they're not very kind. And Bullrich and some other people, but a lot of the police beating up people and gassing us.
Yeah.
And
how about those? I mean,
this isn't a travel log, is it?
No. I see a lot of stuff. I see stuff on the news, you know, whenever you know situations break out. But I see also a lot of people like, you know, busting up the sidewalks and throwing rocks. Those are hired by somebody. I'm sure they're not
infiltrados.
Yeah, those are not
you can tell, and I've been in many of these events when they enter these infiltrados. And so you've got all these people that are singing and chanting and carrying cardboard signs, handmade signs and everything, non-violently. Some of them very passionate, yelling sometimes, but nobody's doing anything violent. And then there'll be this group of people that come in like boom, 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 boom. They're all walking in a row, and they're all carrying pipes or something, you know, that they can lever up the tiles with or break up the pavement with. And you know they're not from this group. You know, it's obvious.
And what are they
or
doing
they have
there?
black backpacks. This is another thing. A lot of them turn out to be like police. They're police. And they're hired to come in and give the pretext for the tear gas and the water cannons and, you know. So they go up to the front and they throw like big lug nuts or something at the police or who are super protected. They've got state-of-the-art riot gear on. They're not going to get hurt by somebody throwing a little stone or something. But, you know, it looks really good in the Clarín. It looks really good the next day on the front page of the right-wing newspapers, the mainstream newspapers. And, you know, it's an event. I mean, even C5NE puts this stuff on, and, you know, their cameraman goes straight to it. And you almost think, how do they know where to set up? Because they're, you know, it's like they set their cameras up before this stuff happens, and then it happens right in front of them.
Sure.
You know, so I don't know. But yeah, infiltrados. And that's just.
Have you ever felt in danger yourself at one of these events?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. All the time? You're going to one today.
Yeah, I'm going to another one today. No, I've been in a couple of them where, you know, the tear gas was going and the water cannons, and I was getting hit by all of that. And it's I'm 71, man, and I don't have lung problems, but that's you know, tear gas. A lot of people don't even know that it's illegal in wars, because it's indiscriminate. And my God, if you got asthma or if you got any kind of problems with your lungs or challenges with them, or you're just friggin' old, you know, you could have a heart attack. You could. I mean, it's bad, and it's burning. You know, the stuff. And then the other big problem is you're running, and you don't know where, because your eyes are watering. You're coughing, and there's 80,000 people there. And some of the ones I've been, the old ones were bigger marches, but these might be hundreds. Even if you're running in a crowd with 100 people that can't see where they're going, that's friggin' dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous.
But
I once knew. I lived in Villa Gesell for 5 years after the pandemic. In November, I moved there after being, you know, locked inside for almost a year. You know, we split to the beach.
Nice.
And I met a couple dudes, and a lot of them were like, you know, artisans, you know, and there would be a bus. You know, whenever there was a protest, you know, scheduled, they would, you know, a lot of them would take this bus. They would get a ticket. It was crazy. This guy was telling me that they would give him a ticket, and with the ticket they would get a choripan, a torta frita, a can of beer, and I don't know what else they got, and 50 pesos or 50,000 pesos, and all they had to do was take the bus, go there, and take part in the protest, and then come back.
Who was paying them?
I don't know who was paying them, but the bus was full. And I was like, "Why are you going?" It's like, for me, it's something to do. You know, I go there, I'm hanging out in the city, I go with my friends, I have a choripan, I drink some beer, and they have a little extra money, they buy some wine, and then they come back. But I'm talking busfuls, man, and from like every of these little townships, like Villa Gesell, you know.
I can't imagine who would be paying them, though. That's interesting, but I've heard that before, and definitely the right wing here regularly says, "Oh, they're just going for the choripan." Choripan.
Yeah.
You
Have
know,
you had a choripan at these protests?
I haven't had the nerve. Actually, I've had choripan, but at a restaurant or something.
Yeah, sure.
Or I pick out my own, at,
Yeah.
at the meat market. But on the streets, I'm a little leery of it. And,
Yeah.
but it's all good building, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Immunities.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You build up your immune system.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, for sure.
But seriously, I used to go to Mexico sometimes, and I got sick in Mexico quite often when I went there on trips. And not here. Not a problem.
I like your T-shirt, man. La Malvinas son Argentina. You're gonna get fined $10,000. The national team just got fined $10,000 for waving that flag or for showing that flag.
That's so crazy. That was so crazy. Not that they waved the flag. It's just that whole World Cup thing was kind of whacked on how they responded to the Argentinos. But
Yeah, it's that World Cup. How did you experience the cup? Did you
just I went to a pizza place and watched like the last game they won.
Yeah, the British against the British.
And then the other one I caught it. I think I caught it at the house at the apartment.
It wasn't really a game, that last one.
No.
It was, they just, I don't know, they took a dive.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they took a dive. Something happened there.
Yeah, but
I think Trump was in the stands too. Trump was watching. That's what happened.
I don't know. But the thing is, second place in the world isn't bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Yeah, it pays well.
Plus, it's got to change year to year. There's got to be a turnover at some point. You can't just win all the time. But
My brother lives in Valencia, and he told me that people there, they barely celebrated. There was a couple, honking horns, but no, they didn't make a big deal out of it.
that's interesting.
Yeah, no, wasn't like it would be here, like millions, everybody, everywhere for weeks.
God.
But even in Philly, when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and Philly's a tough town. Everybody hates each other, In Philly, there's no brotherly love. But when the Eagles won, everybody was like, oh, nice to each other, It's like... it's the impact of sports.
48 hours.
Yeah, no, actually, my brother went there like several months later, and people were still nice to each other. It's not happening anymore.
Well, I guess it's quite a vent or something for a lot of other animosities. I'm not really that far into sports in general, but a World Cup is a World Cup, and if you're living in Argentina,
Yeah,
you have to basically, you're going to hear it anyway. You can't go to the grocery store without, there's guys just standing there watching the little TV in the Chinese store.
all right, cool. Well, let's get to some Buenos Aires basics.
Okay.
Do you drink mate?
I do.
Yeah?
Plajadito. Where's my box? I'm supposed to be
Plajadito.
doing it. La más suave. I'm not like what do you call the people who drink mate all the time? Like a
Los materos? Los materos?
Matero.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I like it.
How'd you start drinking mate?
Well, the first time I came down here, somebody put passed me this thing, and what am I supposed to do with this? It's a communal thing, okay, and started to give me the little instructions about it, and so I got into it then, and then I was taking Spanish classes at some institute, CUI or something, and the teacher was a big mate drinker, so he put me onto the Plajadito.
Plajadito.
It's good. It's got less dust or whatever,
Yeah, the dust is an issue. You got to make sure you don't sip on that dust.
Yeah.
Because it could mess up your stomach or something like that.
Yeah. You got to make sure you're not the person cutting down the mate.
Yeah. And so, what do you do for fun apart from attending these
These
events?
For fun. I like, I'm not like a late night party guy like the Argentinos are. I'm just too friggin' old, I guess.
Yeah.
But, there's a lot of cultural things to do, of course, museums and whatnot. I just like wandering. That's the most fun for me, is just wander and get lost, because you're not going to get too lost. You got your GPS with you.
Yeah. What's your favorite spot? Where's your favorite place?
Well, I go to San Telmo a lot just because it's San Telmo. It's artists there, and I like some of the cafes in particular that I've been to many times over the years. The Café Notables is another thing that I really recommend to people who haven't been in town in the town before. Just there's 50 of them or more.
Sure.
And I really like those kind of old traditional cafes instead of freaking Starbucks and these.
No, I like the old
kind
cafes.
of really hard, slick places. You know?
I like the smell of the old cafes.
Yeah.
There's a certain smell.
Oh yeah.
To them, a certain vibe.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And a lot of them were historically, meeting places, of course, for artists and poets and revolutionaries.
Yeah.
Gangsters. No, I don't know.
I have a friend. Well, I know someone who has an art gallery. If you're ever interested in exhibiting, or he opens up his space to artists, especially
the kind of art I do, they don't really want to show in galleries because basically they have to sell art in galleries.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to buy the paintings I make. But
well, you never know.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't make them to sell, basically. That's one thing. There's a problem as a human rights artist if you're making this kind of stuff. And actually, when I first started doing this and came up with the idea and started a Facebook and reached out to Argentina as I was still in the United States because I'd gone back after 2007 for 5 years I was there. But when I reached out to them and said, okay, I'm painting these portraits of desaparecidos, of course, these are sacred to the family members and friends, these photographs. And, what is this Yankee doing with, what kind of angle is this? He's going to try to make money off of our misery here or what?
Yeah.
So it took a while to gain confidence. But after I had started, somebody tried to sink my ship, suggesting that I was doing this for money, and started a rumor, so that flew around in the human rights. Oh, that Yankee is, it's an estafa.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't, but I got it straightened out. But yeah, it'd be nice if I could get a little money for paint or brushes or something. But
sure.
But
how do you
I've had to just avoid that.
How do you earn your living?
I don't.
I don't. Huh?
No, and I wasn't like independently wealthy either. I had what I do is, well, I have a Social Security check every month, but it's nothing. I can't live in the United States with it anywhere, literally anywhere.
And the cost of living here is getting expensive.
And when I came here, the Social Security check was good. I mean, and in dollars, of course, it was better. But I'm just watching it.
You got to count your pennies.
It's like,
you got to count your pennies.
Yeah. When I was drinking a lot of wine, I could just gauge it all by which section of the wall of Malbec I could stand by and pull bottles down from, and you slowly move further and further into the store.
Yeah. Sure, for sure.
Yeah, until you're down there with Nampe. And
there's a really good wine. I've also had to change my drinking habits. I used to drink beer, but I realized that a liter of beer, I mean, when I got here, a liter of beer was 1 peso. It was $1. I mean, I got here in 1990.
Yeah.
A choripan was a peso, an empanada was a peso. Everything was a peso. They even had stores.
The dollar store.
Yeah, they had stores. There was like todo por 2 pesos, and they had the 2 peso bill.
Wow.
And everything was for 2 pesos. And I realize now that the same bottle of Quilmes, for example, is 4,000 pesos. You know what I'm saying?
For a liter?
For a liter.
No, I just saw like 6,500 or something.
Well, there you go. With that, I can get myself a good bottle of wine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying 3,500 for a bottle Un Loco Más. Un Loco Más, which is really cool because if you turn the bottle upside down, it's another face. It has a face. It's really cool. Really
I know
good.
the label.
Yeah, Malbec.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than a bottle of beer. I'm not going to drink a bottle of wine, but I will drink a bottle of beer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saving money that way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good one. Un loco más. Yeah.
Un loco más. It's a good wine.
But Malbec is like maybe a proof that there's a God or something.
Sure.
Because there's no explanation for that otherwise.
For sure. All right, good. How's do you use the public transport?
I'm into the subway.
You're into the subway.
Yeah, the bus thing is intimidating to me a little bit still, but I have to pay too much attention when I get off on buses. But the buses are great. I mean, people take them, and the subway was notoriously inexpensive, and now of course that's going up too, but it's still nothing.
Yeah.
To get here, I came from Almagro, so I just shot down on A to San Pedrito, and then it's like 20 more blocks, but I just walked.
Yeah, they have
and walking's good too, man. I haven't had a car, I sold it when I left.
Sure.
And
do you keep in touch with friends and family in the States?
I don't have any friends in the States. I'm running from the law.
Running from the Chicago mob.
No, yeah, I have some friends, fortunately, still in the United States, and so ex-students too, which is nice that they keep me posted periodically.
You ever tell them, hey, come down to Argentina?
I have. So far, nobody's done it. My son came down, which was nice, and I'm hoping my daughter will come down. But yeah, it seems, I don't know, too far to I don't know. But
it's far.
The thing is, Argentina is so incredible. It's such an incredible country. And fortunately, because of this exhibition, this Aparecidos, I've had 37 exhibitions, including in many, many places in Argentina. So that allowed me to get to Mendoza and San Martin de los Andes, and,
nice.
Down by the glaciers and down in Cafayate, and I'm not really good with all the names, but yeah.
You've traveled quite a bit around in Argentina with your.
What I find out is more than a lot of Argentinos. They say, "Wow, you've been to more places than I've been."
Yeah, I haven't been to the South yet.
Oh wow, it's great.
Yeah, I really want to get down there.
It's just crazy.
Yeah,
just crazy. And but the country is every place I go, and my wife goes with me most of the time. It's like, why don't we move here? Why don't we move here?
Yeah.
And such diversity of different kinds of terrain and mountains, of course, the ocean everywhere, big beaches, the huge beaches are just incredible. You were in Quesada, you said, yeah. Carrillo, I was at, and of course Mar del Plata. I go to the off-season places like that because it's just, I'm not into the big...
Would you recommend Argentina or Buenos Aires as a good place to retire?
It's for gringos.
For gringos? Yeah, for gringos? Or?
Their money's going to go a lot further. I mean, if you imagine getting an apartment in New York City or Chicago, downtown somewhere, you can get this for $500-$600 a month.
Yeah, sure.
And what would it be in Chicago? 2,000, 3,000 a month?
For sure, yeah.
And nice, and in nice neighborhoods. Almagro's a really nice neighborhood. I'm not, this isn't an ad to get gringos to move into Almagro. Really stay where you are.
Yeah.
No, you can come.
Do you see the number of gringos rising?
I don't really pay attention to it because I'm not into like the expat.
But you're not in the expat community.
No. I didn't really move to Argentina to meet more United States citizens. And that may sound really negative, but I mean, I just like being out there, and if, I run into them like I ran into you.
Sure.
It's nice. It's nice to be able to speak intelligently and not at a second grade level with people. But I really have no idea. Yeah. I don't meet too many.
Yeah, I've met a lot through the podcast,
Oh, sure.
Through the podcast, I've come to realize that there are a lot of Americans living down here, especially retired. A lot of people retire. They have an early retirement, and they sell everything. They come here and they live a much And depending where you live, you don't really need to speak the language. If you live in Palermo and Recoleta, you don't need to speak the language to get by.
No,
So
and they can learn when they come to slowly.
and
or
food
not.
is good, services are
great.
good, Wi-Fi is good. You get a lot of digital nomads that come down here,
True.
a lot of these young yuppies that come down here.
I watched a couple of your interviews with people, and there was a guy from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I think Wisconsin and Texas, which I've been in both. I lived in both. And he was younger, though.
Yeah.
He was like in his 40s, I guess, or 30s.
Yeah.
And he liked it a lot, quite a lot.
All right. Okay. Is there anything you miss from the States?
Well, I lived near Lake Michigan, and as a kid, we had the family and uncles and aunts and grandparents had a cabin in Michigan on the Michigan side of the lake. Not right on the lake, but over the hill from the lake. So
Nice.
I had this deep kind of connection with the lake as a kid. But then the last place I lived in the United States was in Wisconsin, in Port Washington, which is north of Milwaukee, maybe 30 miles or something.
Oh.
But on the lake, it's like the earliest port on the Great Lakes. And I miss that Great Lake. And I was walking distance to it, basically for many, many years. So that it's a big shift to move from basically a town of 10,000 to a big city and live in an apartment building and all that.
I asked a previous guest, I asked him, is there anything you miss from the States? Like, yeah, Amazon. Yeah, so there's a difference between missing Amazon. Yeah, difference between missing Amazon and a view of the lake. So.
What's wrong with Mercado Libre?
Mercado Libre, yeah, yeah.
I've gotten stuff off Mercado Libre.
Yeah, I get some stuff. You got to get the ofertas relámpagos, those flash sales, and you do pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, well, no, my kids, I should say, if they're watching, I miss you.
Oh, you want to say something to anybody out there?
Hey, let's see. I don't know who would be watching. My friends in Rosario, of course. I got lots of friends here, and hello to all of you if you're watching this. And let's see, my kids, Ari, Hart, I miss you, and my sister.
All right. Okay, Brian. Well, I want to thank you for your time.
No, man, thank you.
Time went by real quick. It was really insightful, and I wish you the best. And hopefully, you can come back and visit us someday.
I'd love to.
And maybe bring some of your art.
Yeah. When I saw you put up the backdrop, I thought I should have brought one of my paintings and stuck it up there.
Yeah. Well, next time.
But this is good. I like this.
You like the Grateful Dead?
Good tattoo.
Yeah. It's right here.
Oh, it is.
I'm a big Grateful Dead fan.
Excellent.
Yeah. Which is strange because being from South Philly and growing up in an Italian neighborhood, to be a Deadhead, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't popular.
No, it makes me a kind of a rare breed.
Well,
yeah.
I get the feeling that's probably not the only aspect of your life that makes you a bit of an anomaly.
Yeah. In fact, I'm a figment of your imagination.
You're not here. I'm not here. Yeah.
We're not here.
This is AI. All AI.
It's a reality check. All right. Anyway, thank you once again for your time,
man.
Brian.
Yeah.
Thanks again for your time. It was a pleasure to have you here.
You bet.
And for everyone out there, we'll catch you next time for another dose of the Gringos in Buenos Aires podcast.
Gringos.
Ciao for now.
Gringos in Buenos Aires. The lights on the street, the rhythm is jumping. Gringos in town and everybody is humping. From the north to the south, we're making some noise, showing the world we got the soul of the boys. Gringos in Buenos Aires.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Paul Perry, the host of the Gringos in Buenos Aires podcast, the podcast that brings expat life to you, and you know that. As you know, we have really interesting guests come on the show, visit us, talk about their experiences, and really enlighten everyone who watches each dose of the Gringos in Buenos Aires podcast. And if you want to see more doses of the Gringos in Buenos Aires podcast, you can help out. You can help out by visiting gringosinbuenosaires.com. Help out. Visit www.gringosinbuenosaires.com. Ciao for now.